Hello and welcome to this week's e-learning assignment. I truly do miss seeing you guys in the classroom. Hopefully someday we'll get back to that. Today's assignment and tomorrow's assignment and Friday's assignment will be to work on equations. Very similar to what we did last week. The only difference is we're adding distributive property. Again, remember this is all review. And I'm going to show you one way to do these problems. There is another way. If you know how to do the other way and you think that is easier, you're more than welcome to do it that way. As always, you're allowed to use Desmo's scientific calculator. And if you're struggling, you can email me at eSutherland@acsc.net. All right, so let's take a look at problem number 1. The first thing we're going to do in this problem is we're going to do distributive property. And distributive property says that we're going to take the 6 on the outside of the parentheses and multiply it by the numbers on the inside of the parentheses. So 6 times 3 is 18. The x comes with it. 6 times negative 5 is negative 30. And then it's equal to 96. Again, that's called the distributive property. We always put DIS for short. Now we have a two-step problem, which we're now going to solve just like we did last week. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to get rid of the minus 30. To get rid of the minus 30, you're going to do the opposite, the inverse operation of subtraction. So you're going to add 30 to both sides. And so that will give you 18x will drop down. These cancel out. And the equal sign drops down. 96 plus 30 is 126. And then you're left with 18x equals 126. Well, to do the opposite of multiply by 18, you're going to divide both sides by 18. Again, you're more than welcome to use Desmos if you would like. In fact, I think I have it pulled up here. So 126 divided by 18 is equal to 7. So x is equal to 7. What's really important when you go to enter your answer into Canvas is that you only enter in 7. Looking at problem number 2, we have negative 3 on the outside of the parentheses, 4m plus 3. We're going to do distributive property again, and we're going to multiply. Negative 3 times 4 is negative 12. M comes with it. Negative 3 times positive 3 is negative 9. Negative 105 drops down. And that was called the distributive property. We're now going to do the inverse of subtraction to get rid of minus 9. We're going to add 9 to both sides. Remember that you're more than welcome to use Desmos. That's called the inverse of subtraction. Negative 12m is going to drop down. These cancel out. Negative 105 plus 9. Because it's a negative plus a positive, you're going to do the opposite. You're going to subtract, and you're going to keep the sign of the larger number. So 105 minus 9 is 96. But because negative 105 is bigger, we're going to keep the negative sign. And so now we have negative 12m equals negative 96. So we're going to divide both sides by negative 12 so we can get m alone. These cancel out. M drops down. The equal sign drops down. Again, you're more than welcome to use Desmos. In this case, a negative divided by a negative is a positive. 96 divided by negative 12 is 8. Again, you'll only enter the number 8. Looking at number 3, we have 7 on the outside of the parentheses. We're going to take that and multiply it by 1. 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 5 is positive 35. The p comes with it. It's equal to negative 203. Now we want to get rid of the 7 first because it's positive 7. We're going to subtract 7 from both sides of the equal sign. These cancel out. 35p is going to drop down. Equal sign drops down. Now, negative minus a negative is you're actually going to add them and keep the negative sign. So 203 plus 7 is 210. Again, you're more than welcome to use Desmo's scientific calculator. Divide both sides by 35 so we can get P by itself. 35s cancel out. P drops down. And negative 210 divided by 35, I'll use the calculator. Negative 210 divided by 35 is negative 6. Again, you'll only enter in negative 6 as your answer. Looking at number 4, we've got 2 on the outside, negative 2, and 6 on the inside. We're going to multiply those. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. 2 times positive 6 is positive 12. X comes with it. The equal sign and negative 100 just drop down. We want to get rid of the minus 4 or negative 4. We're going to add 4 to both sides. 12, these cancel out. 12x drops down. Negative 100 plus 4 is negative 96. Divide both sides by 12 so we can get x by itself. We get x is equal to negative 8 because a negative divided by a positive is negative. Again, you're more than welcome to use Desmos. Don't forget to enter just negative 8 into Canvas. Looking at problem number 5, we have negative 6 times 5 is going to be negative 30. The a comes with it. Negative 6 times positive 6 is negative 36. It's equal to negative 96. I want to get rid of the negative 36 first, or minus 36, so I'm going to plus 36 on both sides. Negative 30a drops straight down. The 36's cancel each other out. Negative 96 plus 36 is going to be negative 60. We're then going to divide both sides by negative 30. Negative 30's cancel out. A drops down. Negative 60 divided by negative 30 is positive 2. Again, you'll only enter in just the number. Looking at problem 6, we have 6 times negative 2 is negative 12. N comes down with it. 6 times positive 5 is positive 30, equal to 90 still. I want to get rid of the plus 30, so I'm going to subtract 30 from both sides. Negative 12n drops down. The 30's cancel. 90 minus 30 is 60. Divide both sides by negative 12 so we can get n by itself. Negative 12's cancel. N is equal to a positive divided by a negative is negative. 60 divided by 12 is 5. Again, you'll enter in just negative 5 for your answer. Looking at problem number 7. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 3 is 18. X comes with it. It's equal to negative 102. Again, I want to get rid of the 6 first. So because it's positive 6, I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides. 18x drops down. The 6's cancel each other out. Negative 102 minus 6 is negative 108. Divide both sides by 18 so we can get x by itself. The 18's cancel. X drops down. And negative 108 divided by 18, I believe it's 6, but we'll check just to be on the same side. Negative 108 divided by 18 is equal to negative 6. Just enter in negative 6 as your answer. Looking at the last problem, number 8, we have negative 5 times 1, which gives us negative 5. Negative 5 times positive 5 gives us negative 25. R comes with it. It's equal to negative 180. We want to add 5 to both sides so we can get rid of that 5. The 5's cancel each other out. Negative 25r drops down. It's equal to negative 180 plus 5. A negative plus a positive. You're going to subtract and keep the sign larger, so it's going to be negative 175. You're going to divide both sides by negative 25 so that you can get the r by itself. And then the negative 25's cancel. R drops down. Negative 175 divided by negative 25 is positive 7, because a negative divided by a negative is positive. And then you would just enter in the number 7. You have up to 3 attempts on your assignment. It will keep the highest score from each attempt. Again, if you have questions, you can email me at esutherland@acsc.net.